Hello everyone and welcome back to Christian's Corner and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. So, I apologise for being away for so long. I had COVID and it was really unpleasant, but I'm okay now. It's all good. It's all good. So, we are going to continue on with this horrifically weird game, which hasn't quite shown all of its horror elements yet, but it's starting to get a bit disturbing. As always, because of the warning on this game, I'm just going to say to everyone, if you couldn't see already by the weird shit going on the screen, if you are easily disturbed or under the age of consent for your country, don't watch this. Right, let's find out what's going on then. I'm still suspicious about Monika. Still think she's got that sentient thing going on. Ooh, hi. Hi again, Chris. Hi, Monika, you right? Yeah, she's alright. Bit of a fucking psychomaniac person, but she's fine otherwise. Glad to see you didn't run away on us. Well, maybe I did. I didn't. But Monika. Chris. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. It's so weird going through this scene again. Like, this whole sequence again, but with Sayori missing. Well, I'm back at the Literature Club, if that wasn't obvious already. I was the last one to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Yeah, you, don't you. What was that going on with your face there, young lady? Don't you do things like that in my general perception. I swear to God, you will suffer. Oh, the music's gone weird now. Yuri, you're making the music go weird. Stop it. Stop making it weird. Stop it. Yuri, thanks for keeping your promise, Chris. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Oh God, I'm sure I can cope. Maybe. Making you dive headfirst into literature when it's not when you're not accustomed to it. I'm perfectly accustomed to it. Thank you very much. I'm watching you. The music's going weird, and I've got a horrible feeling that something weird's going to happen involving you because you've made the music go strange. Also, the camera's tilted sideways. Okay, there's a lot of nuanced weirdness going on here. So the image is tilted slightly, but she's not tilted. It's just the background that's tilted. I don't like this. This is weird. Right, moving on. Hey, you motherfucker! Don't do that. Stepping up its game, isn't it? You Natsuki beast. You're a grumpy little grump anyway, and now you're doing weird glitchy shit in the corner of the room. How dare you? How dare you do that? Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You only had to be dragged here by Monika. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or whatever. Thank you, Mrs. Love, darling. I've just been given caffeinated beverage. How good is that, everyone? Right, okay. I don't know if you plan to just come here and hang out or what, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Well, as long as you don't make me start doing that weird glitchy shit in the corner of the screen, that's fine. Stop with the weird music. So there's like a weird distortion going on here now. So Monika's now in the way of the dialogue. Yuri's really massive in the middle of the screen. The background's tilted. I'm not sure what's going on with Natsuki there, but something's going on. You're in the way of the dialogue. I can't read the dialogue. You're in the way. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monika and manga. Don't like that face she's pulling. Manga is literature. Disappears. Swiftly defeated. Natsuki pops back into her seat because sitting isn't appropriate. You have to plop into your seat, you see. You have to do a sort of plopping motion. I'm not sure how we even act that out. What is going on with the image? I swear it's getting more tilted. This is freaking me out a bit, actually. This is like some weird dissociative shit. What's going on with this image? Swiftly... I don't trust this anymore. I don't trust this anymore. I'm sorry, Chris. We'll make sure to put your comfort first. Okay, why is the image tilting sideways? I don't like it. Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Eey. There's weird stuff happening. I don't like it. Yuri, anyway, now that you're in the club and all, Perhaps you might have an interest in picking up a book to read. Why is the image tilting? I can't even work out if it's still tilting or if it's like my head messing with me. This is weird stuff that's happening right now. You, don't trust you. I heard all about you in the last video with your experimentation camps and your weird psycho letter that was about you murdering people. Well, I can't really say no either way. I bloody well can. Watch me. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. I don't... Wait, I didn't mean it like that, Yuri says. If you don't really want me to... If you don't really want to, then forget I said it, I guess. Me, no, it's nothing. There's weird shit happening. I swear that it's tilting. I don't know if it's my head messing with me. Is this like doing some sort of weird psychological perception messing thing where it's, I don't know, some weird thing to be experiencing, I'll tell you that for sure. I want to try and be part of this club, I say. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to do so. What? Yuri, are you sure? I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, I should help you get started on something you might like. I think you've done enough. You've made the world distort. I don't like it. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I don't want you to feel left out. So I picked up a book I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should hold your attention. And we could, you know, discuss it if you wanted. Only if you put the room back in the right direction. That's my condition in this particular circumstance. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She's not being cute, she's being bloody terrifying. She even picked out a book that she thinks I like, despite me not from the little. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. I enthusiastically take the book. Yuri, phew. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Hey! Oh, the room's gone back to normal now. The room's gone back to normal now. I feel better about this situation now. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monika to kick off with some kind of scheduled activity, but it doesn't seem like to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Nasuki is rummaging around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from her reading. I catch a glimpse of the book. It looks like she's got the same books she lent to me. More than that, she needs to be on the first few pages. No, this is going to be weird shit happening, isn't there? I don't trust you. I don't trust you. I don't trust you. Crap! I think she noticed me looking at her. Yeah, obviously. She sneaks another glance at me and Yuri. ... But that only makes her hide her face in a deeper thingy. What's it? Me, sorry. I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Yuri, oh, it's fine. I'm a bit weird and fucked up and murderous, but it's fine. If I was focused, and I probably wouldn't have noticed it in the first place. Hang on. I've just noticed something else. Right, guys. What is going on with her eye? I noticed a line underneath her chin, and I was just about to point that out to you, but her eye is going off the side of her face. What the fuck is going on there? What the hell? That is fucked up. That is just all the big piles of no, that is. Right, but I'm just rereading a bit of this, so... What is going on with her fucking face? That's the book you gave me, right? What? How am I still having this conversation when someone's eye is floating off their face? Yuri, I wanted to read... That's really distracting. That is really distracting. I wanted to reread some of it. Not for any particular... Oh, her eye's gone back to her face now. Just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book, I say? Yuri, well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday... that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. Me, I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I should decide to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. And you have eye detachment to the side of the room disorder, or whatever the fuck that was that you had just now. I'm glad to hear. What? Hang on. One of her eyes is a different shape to her other eye now. Are her eyes getting bigger? There's something weird. Okay, this is messing with my head, because now I'm not sure if I'm seeing things that are actually there or whether my mind is doing weird stuff. It looks like her eyes are getting bigger. I honestly don't know. I think it's sticking with my head. I think it's sticking with my head. I don't trust my own senses anymore. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. Ooh, God, what's going on with her eyes? Her eyelids are really big. Why are your eyelids big? It's a very engaging and relatable story, apparently. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Oh, you! I don't even trust you anymore. Well, I look at the cover of the book. There is... Oh my God, I can't work out whether my vision's distorted or if I'm seeing things that aren't there, but her eye looks really weird. What is going on with that eye? It's like part of the iris is missing. Look, where my mouse is. I've just put my mouse there. It's like there's a piece of the eye missing. I don't know. I don't know if my brain is sticking with me. Something was not right about that image. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. There's an ominous little eye thing going on with you as well, young lady. Basically, it's about this religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. Yeah, we've heard this story before. And the people trapped there have this trait that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. I think that's a bit different to the description she gave us the first time round. That sounds more violent somehow. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding. That is not what she said during the first chapter. But the facility gets even worse when they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and asphyxing them too. Yuri, I'm into some weird shit myself when it comes to literature. But that was taking it way too far, okay? Okay, you have just put my entire concept of weird into a completely different category, which is way below yours. Alright? Good job on that. Yuri, oh, that might be a bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. She also said it was relatable. So she can relate to human experimentation camps that breed people selectively by removing parts of their limbs. Yeah, because you... What is going on with your eyes? I can't even work out if it's actually there or if my head's making me see something that isn't there. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. Yeah, gathered that. I gathered that. Thank you, you very strange individual. Me, that's kind of fucked up. It's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came from nowhere. Yuri, you're not a fan of that sort of thing, Chris? No, it's not that. Well, it is that. I don't really enjoy cutting off people's parts and attaching them to unknown objects. It's not really something I like to do as a general rule. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stuff. No, I can't. Stories that involve cutting people's limbs off and attaching them to random unnamed objects doesn't really sound like something I would like to enjoy ever. Thank you very much. Don't put... What is going on with her eyes now? You look like a frog. You look like a frog. What is going on? This is breaking me. This is funny and also not at the same time. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri's into those kinds of things. That's because she didn't specify it last time, did she? She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. Yeah, except when her eyes are looking like a frog and when they're floating off and coming off the screen. You know. It's just that this kind of story It's the kind that challenges you to look at life from a strange perspective. Well, yeah, I think most people subjected to human experimentation camps that selectively breed them by cutting parts of them off would probably not change anyone's perspective, to be perfectly honest with you. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, hey! But because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Okay, I see why it was warning certain types of people not to play the game, because of what that just said. That could seriously mess with someone's head if they had certain illnesses. Luckily, I don't. It's not those people's fault. If you have the kind of illness that distorts reality, then you shouldn't be playing something like this, because it would be hard to tell what's real and what isn't in that situation. Because then suddenly, that was a lot of whys on the end of that suddenly. I'm rambling, aren't I? Yes, you're doing stuff. You're definitely doing stuff. That's the thing that's happening. Not again. Hey! Oh, I keep expecting badness to happen now. Yuri, I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologise, except for that bit where you should apologise. I haven't lost interest or anything. I have. I guess it's all right then, Yuri says. Don't you look at me with a sideways glance, young lady. I saw that long-ways glance. You behave yourself now. But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem, Yuri says. What problem is that? Don't. It's going to be, now that we're in the fucked up chapter, this is going to be something really, really, really disturbing, isn't it? When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, hey, my whole body gets incredibly something that I couldn't read. Because it went away too quickly. Kind of forget to pay attention to other people. You need to stop being odd, young lady. You need to stop it. You need to pack this. This is proving harder to get through than I thought. This is doing some weird stuff, and I keep wondering if I'm seeing things that aren't there, and then I start seeing weird text, and so right. My mind is getting disjointed by all of the bloody psychological play that this game's having on me now. So I'm sorry if I ended up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much. That's me. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. I keep expecting badness to happen. It's a literature club after all. Don't like this Yuri character. She's a bit weird, isn't she? A bit weird. With her human experimentation caps and everything else that's going on. Yuri, that's true. Me, in fact, I might as well get started reading it. You fucking off, you little bitch. What the hell was that? Don't do that. No weird, glitchy teleportation rubbish from you. Thank you very much. Yuri, yes. I mean, you don't have to, but... Aha! What are you saying, I say? Yuri, da-da-da. Me. Let me just get the book. This is getting really hard to concentrate. I quickly retrieved the book. This is like a bloody roller coaster ride. I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag. Alright, is it okay if I sit here with you? I don't want to sit anywhere with her. I don't want to sit anywhere with her. She's weird and glitchy and her eye falls off her face occasionally. And sometimes she looks like a frog. And she likes human experimentation camps. I'm not impressed with this girl. I'm not. I slip into the seat next to Yuri's. Yuri, yeah. Are you sure? Me? You seem a little apprehensive, my friend. It should be me that should be apprehensive, given everything that's going on. Yuri, I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is reading in company with someone. Me, I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything. Yuri, alright. I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence as I over my shoulder as I read. It's not particularly a bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. The corner of her eye was over there earlier. I realised that she's not actually looking in her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. You stop it. You stop it. You stop it. You are an undesirable person. Yuri, sorry. Hey, you're just be bathing in the heat of what? What the? I'm going to have to... In post-edit, I'm going to have to go back and read what these say, because they keep skipping ahead too quickly. Just enough time for me to see the disturbing bit, and then it goes away. Yuri, you really apologise to a lot, don't you? Yuri, I do? Yuri, I don't really mean to, sorry. Doing the same thing again. I mean me. Ha 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 ha! Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk up. Until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of them. I keep expecting badness to happen now. I don't know what to do about that. It's weird. Your eye better stay on your face. Your eye better stay on your face. Yuri, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. I'm watching you. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I use my right hand to hold open the book. This is all getting really quite weird. Oh, I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. So yeah, that bit where her eye was coming off her face, originally I noticed a line under her neck. And it was weird because I was like, I wasn't quite sure if it was my monitor at first. And then I saw her eye starting to come off her face, and I was just like, what the actual hell is going on there? Yuri takes her I think my brain's been scrambled from all this weirdness that's going on. This has really picked up this time, hasn't it? Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the load. The way I turn... That way I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. If it sounds like I'm gunged up in my throat, it's because I'm still not fully over the COVID. I'm over it enough to do YouTube, but I've still got some stuff going on there. But in holding it like this, we're unhuddled. It's actually kind of distracting me. I think there's more than that distracting me at the moment, if you want me to be perfectly honest with you. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Don't look at me. Do not look at me. I don't trust your eye. That's the eye that came off your face. Yuri, are you ready? Me. To turn the page. Yeah. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I did, because she looked at me and it was weird. I glanced over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. Yuri. Oh gosh, she's grinning now as well. Don't grin. Don't grin, you creepy murderous experimentation camp glitch person. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like you. I don't like it. I don't like you. Yuri, that's okay. You're not as used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. I'm very, very wary of you. Yuri, it's probably the least I can do since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. Oh. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. That's probably for the best, to be perfectly honest with you. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side, and she catches it under her own thumb. Me, hey Yuri. This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Does now. Didn't before, but it does now. That's a psycho face. Yuri. She's pulling a psycho eye face. I don't like it. No, I don't relate to this character at all. Yeah, I beg to differ. I definitely not. That's different dialogue to last time. That is some psycho bullshit going on right there. 2 seconds, ladies and gents. Could I please have my nicotine inhaler? Because this is making me very uncomfortable in a multitude of ways. Thank you. Can you get it for me? What? What is going on with her? That is some proper psycho bonkers bullshit going on there. Me? Really? Yeah, because your face says everything. I was just thinking the way she second guesses everything. Don't you look at me with crazy eyes, young lady. Yuri. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. I don't need 2. I don't want nicotine poisoning. The fact that I'm having to dose up on nicotine to calm myself down is a testament in itself. Not a lot freaks me out, but this game's doing a good job of it. Me, something else? Yuri, never mind. We didn't even get that part. You're doing the face again. You're doing the face. Don't do the face. So I don't know why that came into my head. Me, Yuri, are you feeling alright? She doesn't look like she's feeling alright, does she? At the risk of offending a stereotype, and I apologise because I don't actually mean to offend you, but maybe she's had a bit too much caffeine. She might be psycho bonkers, but she's also got the "I've had too much caffeine" look going on. Yuri, Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we first started reading. That's because she's a psycho bonkers person. Can you can read the rest if you're feeling sick or something, Yuri? Your breathing is a little weird. Yuri, my breathing? Yuri puts a hand on her chest as if to feel a heartbeat. This didn't happen last time. Yuri, I didn't even notice. Oh my god, don't do the face. Stop it. Anyway, I'm fine. I like the way she says I'm fine. She's like... Yuri, I just need some water. Me. Alright, don't push yourself. I thought I heard an error sound then. Wasn't clear though. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom, probably because she's about to... Yeah, what on earth was that about? Exactly. She's probably going to axe murder me in the face or something. Monika, Chris, I don't trust you either. I've told you this already. I think you're sentient and watching me, and you're messing with this game. I don't like you, but the other one's acting weird. Monika, Chris, did something happen just now? Me, eh? I have no idea. You was acting a little strange. Monika, so you don't know anything. That sounded like a subliminal question. Can't say that I do. Are you worried about her or something? You should be, because she's a fucking psycho. Monika, oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't... I was just making sure that you didn't do anything to her. What? No, nothing. Oh my god, don't do that! It's not enough that I've got to deal with all this crazy psycho bullshit that's going on, but you're pulling the pose, and we know how I feel about that pose. Don't pull the pose! Monika, don't worry, I just believe you silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Me, alright, if you say so. Monika, anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Me, eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Monika, well, she might be a while, so I just figured we'd get started without her. Is that okay? Me? Yeah, okay, whatever. Yep, I'll make a mental note of where I left off. Right. Okay. Nizuki. Yeah. Sorry, my toe. I told Nizuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Don't do anything weird and glitchy. You behave yourself. You fucking behave yourself. The others have been doing weird shit. And you did a glitchy thing earlier, and you're gonna behave yourself, and your eyes look really big. I've got a thing about eyes in this episode. I think it's because of that thing where Yuri's eye came off her face. Nasuki, ... me, ... Nasuki, well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. Me, that's a little blunt. Nasuki, well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just doesn't evoke any emotions. Me, so basically it's not cute enough for your taste, is that it? Ugh. Nasuki, do you want to get smacked? Me, I'll pass. Nasuki, sigh. Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you'll like it. It's not going to be the same as before, is it? Oh no, it is the same. It's the same as the first chapter. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, blah, 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 blah. Okay, we saw that before. Nasuki, yeah, I told you weren't going to like it. Me, I like it. Nasuki, what? Just be honest. Me, I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Nasuki, well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even take my writing seriously. I keep expecting bad things to happen. I can't help it now. But it's the point of poet. But isn't the point of poems people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Nasuki, yeah, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. Yeah, it can, you know, it can be really disheartening, especially if you're one of these glitchy type people that falls off things. Right, so I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. I don't think I've ever seen her smile with really... What is going on with her eyes? Guys, let me know in the comments. Am I imagining things with these eyes, or are they all gone weird? Her eyes look really big. Bigger than normal. I swear they look bigger than normal. Also, what's going on with the ribbons in her hair? Why are they all over the place? Oh my god, my brain is so confused right now. There's too much happening, and I'm not sure what's the game messing with me and what's my own brain messing with me. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like I set it up for a rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realised. Oh my god. That's what it means to be a pro. Oh, I'm glad you learned something, little Skywalker. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did ya? Me, yeah, I guess not. I decided to humour her with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but if Nasuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Monika! No, you fucking behave yourself, woman. Monika, hi, Chris. Me, hello. Having a good time so far? Yeah, I mean, there's been some psycho shit going on. Some of your club members have been doing weird glitchy shit. Yuri's eye came off at one point, and then she had an anxiety attack and ran out the room. So I'm not really sure. You know, I feel a bit disorientated. I'm not really sure what's happening anymore, to be honest with you. Monika. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up, because everyone in here is psycho bonkers. Monika, anyway, want to share your poem with me? Want to share it? You know, want to share it? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to, I say. Monika. Don't worry, Chris. We're all a bit embarrassed today, you know, but that's the sort of barrier that we'll learn to get past soon enough. Me, yeah, that's true. My hand, Monica, my arm. Monica. Great job, Chris. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. Wait, that's nice. Your eyes have gone weird now. What the fuck is going on? It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. Monica, ha ha ha, that's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know what? You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, don't you? I don't care what Yuri likes. Really don't care what Yuri likes. Monica, writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. You've got a funny face going on there. Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. That wasn't a very nice thing to say about a friend, was it, little Monica? Don't think I'm not paying attention to your words, Monica, because I think you're orchestrating this stuff. I think you're involved. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. Well, of course you do. Sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She just spends so much time in her own head, it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions. Don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. You need to stop being naughty. Like earlier, I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Not sure how I feel about it. Suddenly the door opens. Monica, Yuri! Yuri, I'm back. Did I miss anything? Monica, no, really. We just started showing our poems. Yuri, eh? Already? I'm sorry for being late. Monica, no need to apologise. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Yuri, alright. Thanks, Monica. I suppose I should get to my poem now. Monica, anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not be very good, I say to her. Monica, well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel like it that way, you know? Me, okay, I see. Well, oh, God, right. I've got a feeling that the words in hers are going to be different this time. If they are, it will confirm my theory that she's a sentient naughty person. Hole in the wall. Oh, this is like a direct continuation of her original poem. It's like it started bits on like a second page or something that we didn't see before. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings. But my eyes burned. But my burned eyes can no longer see colour. Are there others in the room? Are they talking? This is totally different to before. But it feels like a continuation of the poem she did in the first chapter. Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling playing tricks in my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. He's talking about me. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. I really hope she's not talking about me because that's really fucking weird and creepy. Don't you stop it. Monica, so what do you think? Me? It's very freeform. That's what you... Sorry, I'm not really a right person to ask for feedback. Monica, that's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. Has it really? Has it really? Is that a popular style nowadays, guys? Is that... Because I don't know. I'm not sure. That is a lot of... That is a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Me, what was the inspiration behind this one? Monica, well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. Me, an epiphany? Monica, yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. You mean that whole becoming aware, self-aware thing? Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try too hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper, tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Don't know why I did that. You know me, I'm a bit prone to random, spontaneous things. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Whatever. Yuri! I'm watching you closely, young lady, because you are disturbed. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Yuri, exceptional. Me, eh? What was that? Yuri. Yuri, did I say that out loud? Yuri covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. This is getting unnerving. Yuri, he's going to hate me. Me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. Yuri, eh? I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. Yuri, so, watching you, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Me, really? Well, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time. Yuri, huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at the poem again. Yuri, well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. Traces her finger along the words in the poem as if breaking it down more thoroughly. Yeah, okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognise in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they try to pick up on a writing style separate from the topic matter and they fit the two together. The result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanour completely changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Yuri, of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Nasuki could be a little biased though. Me, biased how? Yuri, well, never mind. I shouldn't really be talking about people like that. Sorry, it's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologising to herself or to me or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Yuri, please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? So now I'm gonna be looking to see if it's any different from the first chapter. Tendrils, fading. It must be this one. The last remaining streetlights have withstood the test of time. The last yet to get replaced by a sickening blue-green hue of the future. I bathe, calm, breathing. No, it's the same. It's the same. Okay, Yuri. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. Yes, you do. Me, what? I wasn't thinking that at all. I was. Yuri. But it took you a long time to read. Me. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is pretty. It's not pretty. It's not pretty. She's a fucking crazy person. She deserves to be not made to think she's pretty. Yuri. That's a relief. Me. I also liked the poem. Even though it was short, it was really descriptive. Yuri, it wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. Yuri, I'm glad you like it. I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Sometimes it's something easy to digest, I suppose. Do you know what's not easy to digest? Your eye coming off your face and drifting across the screen like it did earlier. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? That's not what it was about. Ha 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 ha! Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all. Me, really? I must have totally missed the point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work, metaphorically speaking. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. Me, that's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. I, again, apologise for my inability to maintain speech, but as I said, I have had COVID recently, and it's done a number on my chest, and I've got a lot of stuff going on there still. I'm not testing positive anymore, but it doesn't mean it's not still in my system, so I need to be careful. I'm not going out in public until I'm sure that it's gone, because I don't want to give it to anyone else. Yuri, I think it's nothing really. Yours was impressive too, so me, nah. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you. Yuri, you think so? Me, yeah, of course. Yuri, you know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Chris. Why for me? Don't you start. Don't you start doing the creepy seduction shit, because you're a fucked up person. I'm sorry, but she is. Yeah. I'm going to keep doing my me. Me too. Right, what's going to happen now then? It's been a bloody emotional roller coaster this has. Chris, phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful tonight. Yeah. The music's gone weird again. That means something's going to happen. That means something's going to happen. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way to... This is the literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monika is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Oh yeah, right. So in the first chapter, these two had a fight. I've got a feeling that that fight is probably going to happen again, but it's probably not going to be the same as it was before, due to the weirdness factor that's going on right now. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, they watch their expressions change. I still think their eyes are going weird. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Natsuki, what's with this language? Yuri, did you say something? Natsuki, oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Yuri, thanks. Yours is cute. Natsuki, cute? Did you just completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. Natsuki, how can that be cute? Yuri, I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Hey, you mean you have to try that one? Oh, this is getting annoying now. It would appear that my respiratory system hasn't healed as much as I thought it had. Natsuki, you mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Ooh. Her eyes are definitely doing something weird. Yuri, I've just realised it looks like Yuri's getting bigger on the screen. Oh my god, this is messing with my head. I can't work out what's my brain messing with me and what's actually happening in the game. Yuri, well, I do have a couple of suggestions. Masuki. I was looking for suggestions. I would have asked someone who actually liked it, which people did, by the way. Monika liked it, and Chris did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, Yuri, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I have spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. Masuki. Yuri and Chris liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Masuki suddenly stands up. This is going to get bad. Last time it was just a cat fight. This time, because of the horror factor, something bad is going to happen. Also, there's no music. Why is the music stopped? Don't stop the music. That's bad. No music always means badness. Masuki, ow. I didn't realise you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. Yuri, hey. Yuri, that's not what I meant. You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Oh god. Maybe you're just jealous that Chris appreciates my advice now that he does to yours. Masuki. Ha! How did you know he didn't appreciate my advice more? Masuki, are you that full of yourself? Probably. Oh, she's a bit of a psycho murderer person. Might want to be careful, Masuki. She might stab you in the face. She actually might. Yuri, I know if I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Ooh. Masuki. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose chest bits magically grew a size bigger as soon as Chris started showing up. Yuri, Masuki. Monika, Masuki, that's a little... Masuki and Yuri, this doesn't involve you, fuck off. Yeah, you take a hike. Monika, you bad little orange. You fuck right off. What the fuck is happening? What the fuck is happening? Oh my god, this is really fucked up. How am I supposed to read this when this is happening? Taking out the radio security synonymous like that. Oh, this is getting really weird. This is getting really weird. Even the answers of the... What the fuck is happening? Stop it! Stop it! How am I supposed to read this? Look at you talking, you wanna be edgy bitch. This is getting really weird. I don't like it. Stop! Edgy. Sorry that my lifestyle is so rude. It's too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend. See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves. I don't know how to read things anymore. You see, you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute. You're the only cute thing about you is how hard you try. Masuki, well, be careful there, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad, you already do, don't you? Thumbs up. That was fucked up. Yuri, did you just accuse me of cutting myself? What the fuck is wrong with that, with your head? Masuki, yeah, go on. Let Chris hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this. Yuri, ah! Suddenly, Yuri turns towards me, as if she just noticed I was standing there. Can you stop with the fucking weird shit now? This is getting weird. Yuri, Chris. She's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. This is all getting really low. What the fuck is going on now? So now it wants me to make a choice, but it didn't let me read it. It was just like black text doing weird shit, and now I don't know what the hell. I don't know. It's not letting me press what I want to press. The fuck? I get it. It's going to keep getting bigger until there's only one option, isn't it? What the fuck are you doing? It's not letting me press them. Okay, Chris, why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Okay. Monica, sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's probably better us for stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Don't do the pose. Monica. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. Oh, that's your game, is it? That's your game, is it? Trying to cut me off from spending time with the others so you can have all these other things happening. Well, I'll tell you something, young lady. Sentient or not, getting my attention requires more than fucking around with other people's lives. Do you understand me? Yeah. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. That's her game. Right, we've got a motive now. We've got a motive now. Suddenly Nasuki runs out of the classroom. Nasuki. She quickly runs away. Monica. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. Yuri, I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her desk with her palms on her forehead. Me, Yuri? Oh, God. Yuri, I didn't mean it. Me, I believe you. I've no idea what Yuri's talking about. To be honest with you, I don't really want to know either. Yuri, Chris, please don't hate me. Please! I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. Why is there no music? Monica, Yuri, it's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Nasuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Not sure if I like where that's going. Monica, completely. Yuri, ... Anyway, the meeting is over. You can go home now if you don't want. Yuri, ... Yuri looks at me like she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. Yuri, you can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a bit longer. Monica, I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Yuri, ... Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. Monica, it kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. Yuri, it's not that. It's not that. It's just... I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Chris. It would be just embarrassing with you listening. Monica, sigh. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? Yuri, I'm sorry for causing trouble. You fucking motherfucker! Oh my god. Usually I'm really good at resisting mental manipulation, especially from a game which isn't even conscious enough to be able to make decisions, but it's messing with my head. It's messing with my head, it's putting me on edge. Right, I'm expecting weird stuff to happen here. Death. Shame. Words. Kissnip. Sensation. I'm watching those chibis. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you. Keep an eye on these chibis. When I was watching back the recording last time, I found something that I didn't notice while I was playing. Her face went all demonic. So keep an eye on them. Disarray. Heartbeat. Vanilla. Hop. Agonizing. Extraordinary. Eternity. Bubbles. Ambient. Playground. Heaven sent. Uncontrollable. Inferno. Intellectual. Adventure. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave this here. One, because we're all out of time, and two, because I think if I try and take much more of this in this one session, my head is going to implode. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying this series, then let me know down in the comments, and hit the like button and stuff, so that I know that you did. And if you're not, then don't, because that would be silly. And if you're enjoying my pain, let me know in comment form, because I think it's awful. And I shall see you next time. Farewell! Oh, fuck. Hey, you motherfucker!